Albion Online, the ultimate sandbox MMORPG where you can farm, level up, and be degraded for free by 30-year-old men. In Albion Online you can gather, craft and sell your own gear. The game offers a unique variety of playstyles and classes, and also Albion has a slogan that says "You are what you wear." That is technically true because you can level up weapons and armors on one singular account, meaning you can be a Giga Chat tank and a submissive healer meanwhile. Albion Online has a pretty complicated balancing system since there are specific weapons for specific content, meaning one weapon might be broken and abused in 1v1s, might get you eaten alive if ever seen in a Zerg. I mean, depends on the situation, to be honest. There's a lot of things to do in Albion: PvE, PvP, farm on your personal island, gather resources, craft, or work with the market to build your own economy. Sadly, I do have to give an objective rating on the game, so let's get into the scoring. I'm gonna rate the specific game mechanics or features out of 10 and then add them up at the end of the video, and sadly I do have to include the community rating. First of all, how beginner friendly is Albion Online? Honestly, it used to be really bad because you were thrown into a tutorial that basically said, okay, you can do this, this and that, so go onto the world and do your thing. But that isn't really helpful since you basically know 5 things you can do, you don't know where, you don't know how, you just did a tutorial, right? Well, now they added a journal in the new update that will help you track stuff, it will help you introduce you to the game, and also there's a good community on Discord, on YouTube, basically on everywhere for beginners. Everyone will help you out. You also have beginner friendly guilds where you can ask people questions, start out and carve your path to the end game content, guilds and all of that good stuff. So honestly, on Albion's beginner friendly rating, I'm going to have to give a 8 out of 10 because it's really good in my opinion. And there are a lot of tutorials to go around. A lot of them are on my channel, so you can check those out as well. Otherwise, let's go on to the next rating. Now on to the PvP and mechanics rating. I do have to be honest, Albion's PvP is a lot different than other MMOs. I think it's the most unique PvP system I've ever seen. I am a bit biased because I've been PvPing for a long time in Albion already. I've come to master it, you know. So mastering the skills is pretty hard, but learning them is not that hard. So basically you have to know what the abilities are on the enemy's weapons and you need to know what your team has. And you have to play off of that depending on the situation you want to be in. I feel like Albion has an infinite amount of things you can do, so I don't really want to say that the PvP is repetitive and it gets boring over time, since it has not for me over 5 years. Albion PvP does get hectic sometimes because you can have like 500 people in one fight, and honestly I feel like my PC is getting gangbanged because it's running at 2 FPS and I'm trying to just press my abilities when the color says so. But honestly, on the PvP and mechanic rating, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I really love it, but always room to improve, in my opinion of course. Now on to the community rating quickly, but I do have to first say it's gonna be pretty high, because the only problem is the game's lead, not really the community. The community is pretty good in my opinion, well, half good, okay, never mind, the rate is gonna be pretty low. There's a lot of toxicity in the game and there's a lot of problems that can be avoided, but since this is an MMO, it has people playing that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, I don't honestly know, maybe some 12-year-olds as well. The main point is, these people have an ego, and their ego, it's not small. Honestly, it's not small. So basically, they're going to play their desires out in game rather than do it IRL. So if they want to scream at the manager, they're gonna do it at you in the game. You're gonna press one ability wrong, you're gonna get flamed. You might even get called a racial slur. But well, you can just steer away from those guilds because those are most high-end guilds. Everything basically works off of connections, and your enemies might become your friends in a second because there's another third enemy that you guys want to focus on, and whoever has the most people, the most fighting power, that's the biggest ego, the strongest person in the game basically. So they're just going to be called master from everyone. Everyone's gonna pay them to help and basically pray to them as well. They're basically gods. So I'm actually going to do a game lead rating because I don't want to ruin this one because of the game lead. So the community rating is going to be 7 out of 10. I know, that's pretty good, but it can always be better. So basically, the game lead rating is not going to be off of the developers, it's more of a community management view. So the only ones I adore are Tiny Hamster and Shadow Bricks. And those are the only two ones. Everyone else has been a cunt to me. I've honestly seen so much shit that it's pointless to even try. The first problem is that the Albion support really doesn't even help. The Albion support isn't helpful at all. You say you got scammed, you got hacked, some shit. Motherfucker's gonna reply saying that hacker was a role player. Bro roleplayed hacking into your account to roleplay on you. Everything's roleplay in this game. You got scammed. The guy is roleplaying a scammer, we cannot ban that. Oh shit! He made an alt account and acted like your guild master just to take your stuff? Oh, and you actually traded it to him? Wait, what? I guess he's roleplaying a scammer. I mean, everything's roleplaying, as I said, it's not possible to do anything else. So, let's just give it a 2 out of 10 community lead. And I just want to say, some people who are volunteers and get rewarded monthly for filling the Albion wiki, the leader didn't even answer to me for a month. I fixed 170 pages on the wiki, and I didn't get a single reply, and then I was told to fuck off, we're not going to basically answer the DMs, or we're not obligated to. I mean, where does this make sense? You volunteer, then you're supposed to do it. You don't volunteer at the dog shelter and just fuck off and take some dog food home with you. And let's leave it at that. So basically, the gameplay loop rating. So the gameplay loop is that you just start by getting silver or resources and acquiring gear. Once you get gear, you go into either half PvP or full PvP or no PvP depending on your taste zones, and farm up more silver to get better gear and basically level up, get some better, item power, you get some better levels, you get some better gear, and then you go fight everyone and lose your whole set, and then you start at the bottom again, basically an MMO as it is. Do keep in mind that you don't spend too much time on Albion, because the game loop is hella addictive, and it might ruin your real life situations if you play too much of an MMO. I mean, that's typical, right? Just keep in mind that the game loop rating for me is a 10 out of 10, because I've been addicted for 5 years. So, I think that's all of the ratings. Let's just quickly try to add them up now. So the beginner friendliness rating was 8 out of 10, the PvP and mechanics was 9 out of 10, the community was 7 out of 10, community lead was 2 out of 10, and the game loop was 10 out of 10. So the total rating would have to be an 8 out of 10 for me. Of course, there's room for improvement, but it's also not the worst. So thanks for watching the video. I stream on Twitch from 5 UTC up to 9 UTC depending on the day, and also my Discord is in the link in the description down below, so make sure you check that out. Otherwise, thanks for watching.
He spreads my cheeks and he makes me scream. He's my #1 daddy, gonna make